Ready. Hot.
I'm Jenni Carlson here with Jason Kersey. We're in Norman, where tonight Oklahoma has defeated Kansas 52-7. Jason, a game that was never in doubt as far as outcome, but you have to like, if you're Oklahoma, the way Landry Jones played in this game. What did you see out of the Sooner quarterback?
Well, Landry Jones tonight looked confident in the pocket. He looked poised. He made a couple of throws that were a little off, but nothing that was so bad that it was real noticeable or memorable. And his touchdown pass in the first quarter to Kenny Stills was one of the best passes I can remember him making in a long time. I mean, he was right on the money, and that was a pretty well defended play. So I think Landry Jones, over the last 3 weeks since that Kansas State loss, has really come into his own, really playing well and playing at his best, and he's going to need it next week against Notre Dame.
Well, you mentioned Notre Dame. Let's just get right to it and talk about them, because in this game, I mean, like I said, not a lot of doubt about who was going to win this game against Kansas. You look ahead to Notre Dame. Do you like the way Oklahoma stacks up at this point? Notre Dame had a close call against BYU. Does that give some sort of advantage to Oklahoma?
Well, I think OU's going to come in with a lot more momentum, but Notre Dame's defense is playing so well right now that I think their offense has played well enough to win. They're going to get their quarterback back next week, it looks like. But OU's offense against their defense is going to be a really interesting matchup, because Notre Dame is playing so well defensively, and OU's offense is really starting to pick up and has a lot of talented big play guys. But will they be able to do it against a team like that, against clearly probably the best defense they've seen all year?
Well, Notre Dame winning by more like SEC scores instead of Big 12 scores, not nearly the numbers that we see regularly in the Big 12. But, Jason, I wonder if Oklahoma's big playability, not just on offense, but special teams and even defense. We saw Casey Walker rumble 45 yards tonight after picking up a fumble. How do those sorts of things play into what we could see next week again against Notre Dame?
Well, those big plays are taking pressure off of Landry Jones, and they're really swinging the momentum in OU's favor in a lot of these things. Like you mentioned, Justin Brown returning a punt for a touchdown. He's been close all year, several times, and he finally gets one back. Roy Finch returning a kick for a touchdown. And then, Javon Harris intercepting 2 more passes. He returned one for a touchdown against Texas Tech. So you're right, the big playability of the Sooners really could be a big advantage against Notre Dame.
All right, it's going to be a huge week. Game day is coming, primetime game. We'll have all your coverage here, so be sure to stay with the Oklahoman every day and News OK all the time.